Okie dokie, I'm gonna try and do this in like one take. I have been completely obsessed about New Year's resolutions this year. Like, what date is it today? It's like the 8th of January and I'm still obsessing about it. But finally I've got all my resolutions done, I've got all my goals for the year planned, and I'm going to share it with you lot. Mostly because I want to be accountable to myself and probably the only person who's going to be watching this. But if I am not going to be the only person watching this, then hello, welcome, happy new year! Welcome 2018. No, welcome 2019. 2018, as far as I'm concerned, can kiss my behind. 2018 was a bad year for me. I don't even want to look back over 2018 and be like, what could I bring from 2018 that was so marvellous into 2019? I want to sweep 2018 away like rubble that's fallen down from a building. I found 2018 a really rough year, and I'm going to share with you why. Before we get on to the good stuff about talking about 2019, about how this year is going to be a life changer, game changer in absolutely everything that I'm doing in my life. 2018 sucked. Mostly because mentally I was not in a very good place. Now I'm going to take this onto a little bit of a downer, but I do want to be real with you all. I struggled in 2018 and some people know, some people don't. If you didn't know, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna read you kind of where I was at the arse end of 2017 when I was making my resolutions for 2018. By the end of 2017, I have never been so depressed, miserable, lost, negative, rude, short-tempered, emotional and overwrought. I feel like I'm living without any real purpose. I then go and talk about my relationship with my dad. My dad has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and I am now his key carer, and my dad lives with me, and I was struggling with that. I have a habit of overanalyzing, justifying, comparing everything I do. I create lists for lists. I put so much into everything that I take any joy or any productivity out of everything that I'm doing. I spend longer justifying and thinking about what I should be doing and why I should be doing what I'm doing, that I never actually get started in a lot of stuff, which is somewhat true, somewhat me writing from a bad place. These series of character traits are leading me to being utterly overwhelmed and miserable. I want to turn around my mental well-being. Yeah, didn't do any of it. Yeah, no. I can really appreciate like my clients who see me, people who see me on Instagram, people who see me on Facebook. Even though I'm quite real and raw and I will put out my troubles and stuff, I think people thought maybe I was okay. But I wasn't. What I didn't do in 2018 is manage my mindset at all, and I got completely swallowed up and ended up, I would say, and this is no disrespect to anybody who has been through a breakdown, but I would say I was about 3 inches to the left of having a full-on mental breakdown. I might have actually had one. For a brief moment, well, not so brief, it probably didn't feel very brief for my husband, I was really, really not okay. Yeah, I'm okay now, but I wasn't at all. I have always had the tendencies to have bouts of depression. One part of me thinks that's kind of just my character trait, but normally I'm very, very good at managing that because I know I got that predisposition and I've got a series of things that I do in my life to make sure that I am mentally okay as well as physically okay. A lot of that is to do with like physically looking after my health. As you know, I'm a health and fitness coach. I very much live by example. I eat very well. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I get plenty of sleep and rest. I get regular exercise. I eat a whole nutritious diet. So I'm very good at doing the practical things at actually managing my wellness. But the thing that I really realised the most that I was lacking from last year was gratitude. As I said, I've always had tendencies to be anxious. I'm always a person to get fearful, to see things a little bit more negatively, so I tend to always have to work very hard on thinking positively and positively stepping forward into things. I certainly always feel the need to overanalyze and to justify myself, to other people. Basically, it all got so big and so much for me that I really wanted to fix that, and that was off the back of 2018. I've been thinking so much going into this new year, and no matter how I paint it, how much I look at things that I need to do or things that I need to address or things that I need to change, the one resounding thing that comes up for me that I need to change and bring back into my life, so it's not like I've never had this, but something that I have neglected to do, is to focus on gratitude. Now, I know gratitude is a big thing, and wherever you look, all over social media and stuff, people talk about gratitude, but I think you can be quite vague with gratitude and not really encompass it and feel it. I need to do this. I need to bring wholehearted gratitude back into my life, and to start doing simple things like counting my blessings, focusing on feeling good, thinking good, seeing the good, seeing the opportunity. I need to invite some sort of spiritual... Having like a little bit of trouble with my camera at the moment. I genuinely believe that the reason why 2018 sucked for me is because I had a complete absence of gratitude in my life. I feel like I forgot myself, and I started holding up a magnifying glass over everything that was sort of going wrong or felt negative in my life, and it really messed my mind up. I felt like all I really did was focus on everything that wasn't working, and then I just kept on heading down this rabbit hole of it just getting worse and worse, when it's actually, physically, nothing really that major was happening. It was all in here. Resentment was really taking home everywhere for me. It was dreadful. So I don't really know what to actually call my resolution, my one resolution, which is to bring gratitude back in my life. So I guess all I've written down is gratitude. All I know is I need to start feeling and thinking and being better spiritually, and I also know that I can't be autonomous about this. It's too much for me on my own. I feel like I really am lacking my higher power, a sense of, I don't know, God or whatnot, I don't know. Like, I've always believed myself to have some sort of higher power kind of looking out for me or after me, guardian angels, I don't know. I just don't believe that I'm alone really in this planet. Like, I do believe that there is something bigger than me. I'm not wishing to open up a debate, this is just my personal belief. But I haven't been really switched on to my higher power at all, and I haven't been for a couple of years. So I just know that I want them back, please. I want them back, because I can't be autonomous. I can't do this on my own. I need some direction, I need some guidance and some help spiritually. I just feel basically too lost and too exhausted to do another 2018 ever again. That's it, I guess. That's my one resolution. My resolution is gratitude. The first thing that I'm really going to do is encompass my sentence of the year, which is to step up. I don't know why that sentence just resonates so much with me. I just feel now is the time to really step up, step into my power, step into my ability, step into what I know that I could achieve for myself and what is possible for me, to step up to the fact that I'm actually really quite mentally strong and I'm physically strong. And if there's one thing I know about myself, I am a fucking good action taker. And I also believe that all change all stems from action, because action breeds momentum, and then momentum drives things forward, and then with that becomes motivation, and that motivation lifts our spirits and helps us want to achieve and to carry on with whatever we're doing. So step up is my sentence of the year, and that is like my mantra of the year, my motto, and what I am putting to everything. Step up. I have worked out 3 actionable steps that I want to do every day, every month, just to keep myself mentally sound and to make sure that I am actually actioning the process of bringing gratitude into my life, because I want to turn 2019 3,000 steps in the other direction to 2018. I'm keeping a gratitude journal. What I don't want is my gratitude journal just to be a list of generic things. I am taking moments out of my day that I'm happy for. I just think it's very easy to go, I'm really happy that I got my husband, blah, 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 and writing out lists. I don't want that. This is just literally for me to think back over my day. What one thing in that day brought me a sense of joy, that made me smile, that made me feel that I felt like everything was okay or was going to be okay. Something that's actually happened, even if I have to sit there and search for it very, very hard. It might be 20 things, it might be 1 thing, it might be 2 things, but something made me feel good, and actually I am very, very blessed for it. I'm setting up monthly intentions, but these have got to be intentions of the spirit. So things that are genuinely self-improving, that I can invite to myself and put out as a way of giving back out into the world. I sound such an angel, don't I, right now? I'm aware of how this all sounds. I think I'm going to set up a series here on YouTube sharing my monthly intentions, to be little short things to reflect upon every month. So I'm going to set out an intention, anywhere between 1 and 4 intentions to help improve myself over the month, and things that I may want to focus on. And I think what I do is reflect on it by the end of every month and put it on YouTube for you lot. If you actually like the sound of doing that and want to do that for yourself and want to share in this like little community, that'd be kind of cool. So leave me a comment below if you like the idea of doing that, and perhaps we can like maybe set up like an intentions thing. I don't know, it's quite nice to have other people to maybe, you know, work with, I don't know. To give time, patience and care to those who really need it and maybe aren't able to give that time, patience and care back. So you might think, who can't give you time, patience and care? They must be a real arsehole, and I'd be inclined to agree. Not in this case. As I said a little bit at the beginning, I have my father live with me, who is an 80-year-old man with Alzheimer's, and I have my 2.5-year-old who lives with me, who's a toddler. Both ages, both ends of the spectrum, both not renowned for being the most patient, tolerant, able to give time, care and consideration to others. I sometimes really sit there and think about my dad my dad is a lawyer, he's a smart man, he's an academic, and the man can't freaking remember where he's going from 1 minute to the next. He can literally get out of his chair to go do something and can't remember. Now that must be really upsetting for him. When you live with it 24/7, that's really hard to actually give that person time and care and patience. Just like when you have a toddler, it's very, very hard to remain patient and to let them work things out for themselves, or to give assistance without just getting like frustrated. And as I said, 2018, I was an asshole. I didn't give anyone time or care or patience. I just battled on through. That is my absolute #1 intention as part of my whole resolution of bringing gratitude into my life to really focus on, is to give that time and care. So I will let you all know how that goes. I'm probably going to end up being hospitalised at some point. I joke. That's it. That's really it. That's my one resolution. Bring gratitude back into my life. I'll let you know how it goes. It's so dear to me, and I feel it with every fibre of my being that I want this more than I want my physical health. I want my mental health back healthy. So that's my absolute resolution. But now we're going to move on to more cheerful stuff, like my goals. I want to share a couple of them with you because also it helps me stay accountable to myself. I have to refer to my phone for this because I can't remember them all off by heart. So I have split it into several categories. This might be a long video. Business and financial, relationship and family, physical health and environmental. Buckle up, buttercups, because we're going to be here a while. So this I did start in 2018. I decided in 2018 that I wanted to really reduce my carbon footprint. So I wanted to really cut down on using these huge conglomerates that have got no heart and soul and are destroying our planet. So I've been doing quite a bit of research into looking at more smaller ethical brands, boycott certain companies, which I'm not going to name here right now, shopping a bit more local, using local greengrocers and stuff like that, dramatically cut down the amount of meat I have, for the #1 reason being its environmental impact, less wasteful, as it were. Actually, as I speak to you right now, my mechanic has phoned me up to tell me that my head gasket's gone in my car and it's going to cost several £1,000s to fix if Ford don't fix it for me for free. So I'd quite like a Prius, I suppose, as of this point as well. Might switch to an electric car. So in line with like kind of being less stressful on the environment, I'm trying to use much more in the way of toxic-free products and stuff like that, and I'm really loving it. Just loving supporting smaller companies rather than huge conglomerates. I say the word conglomerate wrong a lot, but yeah, there it is. I can't say the word. The relationship side of things, I'm not going to share. Just know that my husband and I are A-okay, but we've got a couple of things that we want to do together. Just build our marriage stronger, communicate a little bit better. Because when you have children, it's quite easy to like get caught up in the day-to-day life with everything, and you can lose each other a little bit. So we really wanted to like put focus on our relationship, and also as a family do some fun things this year. So we got some National Trust passes. We're going to try and visit 12 National Trust properties this year, so like one a month. And also I'm determined that I'm going to make it to Peppa Pig World this year for Rocco. But no, seriously, I want to do that. I want to do that. We decided we are going to do 2 family hot holidays this year and go back to Cornwall, because Cornwall was glorious. I'm going to have to manifest some money for this because it's going to be expensive. Because that's the one thing I did right in 2018. I hit my goals of like kind of getting my physique where I wanted it to be, and so now it's all about improving upon that. I want to grow my bum. There isn't much more I can say about that really. Do I need to elaborate on that? I've got a flat bum. I want it bigger. I want to do 3 photo shoots. I feel like such a tosser saying photo shoot, but I want to do 3 of them myself. I have had to sit back and think about something, and it is this. I am shit at running business. I literally do not know how I have managed to work for myself and run a business for the last, I want to say 13 years. Pretty successfully, but I have no idea how I've managed to do what I've done, because I work with absolutely no direction whatsoever. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I run my business on fairy dust. Up until this point, I have never had to really do any marketing. I have had a local reputation, which is a pretty good one, in Windsor, and I've always got my clients through word of mouth. But now I'm stepping into this big new world. Online training and social media. I don't know what I'm doing. I love creating content. Content creation is my absolute favourite thing in the world to do, as well as working with clients. But when it comes to actually strategizing, planning out my business, creating business ventures and seeing them through without getting caught up and lost in the process of actually doing what I like, which is working with my clients, yeah, I need some help and some direction with it. So I would like to hire myself a business mentor or get some business coaching to help me manage progressing my business. The very last goal I want to have for 2019 and going forward for kind of like the rest of my life is I want to run my business by financial goals. I feel so uncomfortable saying that. The fact of the matter is, I have never ever judged my success by the money I earn. It has always been based by how busy I am, how much of service I'm being to people, how many clients I've got on my books, how busy my diary is, and how in demand I feel. Alongside how much of service I'm being to somebody, how much progress they're making, how much I'm making a change to someone's life. This is how I judge my success. It's all very, very sweet, but it doesn't put food on the table necessarily. Obviously, I still want to have all that nice good stuff, but rather than winging how much I'm earning every year, I want to work out some financial goals for each month and each tax year. I've got a little bit of time to get myself sorted. Come the new tax year, I want to have proper financial goals in order. I said I've never really put emphasis on money, which sounds so A, foolish, but B, sweet and nice. But yeah, I want to merge the two together. So just to be a little bit more realistic with myself. And again, as I said, run my business like an actual functioning adult rather than somebody relying on fairies and pixies. So that's it. That's my lot, my one resolution, and then a series of goals, and I have bored you all to tears with it because I mostly want to be accountable to myself, because this time next year I'm checking this shit out and I'm going to have had my shit sorted. If you've made it to the end, put hashtag goals in the description box, and I know you've made it to the end. Don't forget, if you want to share any of your intentions for the month, that would be such a cool thing to do. Please do so, that would be really, really nice. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and also if you would like to hit the subscribe button, I would be most grateful. I'll see you guys next week. See you next Thursday, 7 o'clock. Bye.